Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. Somebody sent me this logo, and if you can see, it's got a bounding box all over it. And it's also, if you zoom in, it's got watermarks. Now, I don't know how you feel about that, but if you're going to use it just one time for a company sign, and it's on the internet, so they put watermarks so nobody could use it. Well, I'm a firm believer. One, you could redraw this, not really use their logo. I did check with him. He's a printer. I've made it really small. I've got my nudge factor set on 3. I'm going to make a duplicate of it and move it over. I'm going to take the duplicate, trace bitmap, outline trace clip art that I use 99% of the time. It's already done it. And what that did, that kind of eliminated some of the garbage and got rid of the bounding box. But you can see the watermarks, or if you zoom in. But then if you left click, right click, the watermarks aren't too bad. Pretty easily to get rid of most of these. There's some double lines too, but we're going to grab the pick tool and we're going to go to object and group and ungroup it. By doing that, we should be able to grab most of this stuff and just delete it. So that's pretty good. There's even watermarks outside that area, so I'm going to delete it. I've already got a copy of it. Now, you can't really delete everything like that, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the virtual segment delete key and just delete those lines, and we'll come back in just a second and fix that. So anything that's not touching a line, you can delete. And just, if it's, as long as you don't click on the line, you ought to be able to just delete these. But see how rough it's made it? I think there's one more right here. So we're really, in just a few seconds, if I didn't have to talk and concentrate on doing it. So we got rid of all the watermarks. I evidently went too far on that. So what I can do is take my shape tool and just delete that node. And instead of trying to bring this line down, because, well, that time it really worked. So, but see how it's kind of flattened right there? So maybe instead of doing that, maybe even better to delete that and then take a 3-point curve line and go from that node to that node and put a little bit of arch to it. So we pretty much got it done, except for we need to fix it a little bit. So we're going to take the Smart Fill tool. I'm going to go ahead and use black. And I'm going to fill that in and nudge it over. What that did, that took all those, if we look here, we have these broken lines, a bunch of broken lines. So by smart filling it, we got rid of those lines. And then I'm going to left click, right click. And so what we've done, we've gotten rid of a lot of the lines, but I'm going to select it with the pick tool and then select it with the shape tool. And right here, I'm going to type in 20 and I'm just going to kind of watch it before I hit enter. And it changed it too much, so I don't like that. It's got too much of a curve gone away. But like these lines should be straight. So just delete those inner nodes as many as you can. And then you could actually grab those 2 nodes and right click and turn them into a line. See how it straightened it out? So delete nodes. I'm going to go and delete all these nodes right here. Now, if we will hold down the Alt key will do a lasso and then hit right click and turn them into a line. See how it straightened that up? And you could do that all over the spectrum, and like 2 nodes that are too close together. And like if you have 4 nodes right here that are you can delete the inner 2. It doesn't change anything. There's a node there, let's delete those 2. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just giving him an idea. But any line that's straight or any nodes that are on top of each other, I'm going to delete them. Like there's a bunch of nodes right there. And this is really a straight line. You can't really tell it, but it's got a curve. And this particular logo would probably, now right here would probably trace good. Right here, if you delete this node, you're going to get something off. So, but we could delete these 3 nodes and it's not going to do anything. I would delete all these nodes. Whoop. Now see with that, I'm going to hold down the Alt key and I'm going to select those 3 nodes and I'm going to right click and turn them into a line. Now, kind of messed that up, but we could deselect and we could put that back. And just, go through and delete a lot of nodes, like right here, look at the amount of nodes. And that was where one of the logos was. And you could, if you have X7 or above, this is a good candidate for using the smart smoothing tool. I'm going to show you in just a second when we get to let's get right here. And really, I would just continue using the shape tool. If you're doing nodes between nodes, it shouldn't really change your object. The smoothing tool does a really good job if you have X7 or above, and click on your item and just kind of go through and you could do it over the whole logo. That looks pretty good. I would leave it like that. I don't see any other problems. It's a pretty nice logo, but I might even make a second video on how he could draw this. And let's take away that node, take away at least the center nodes. Now, if we look at the original logo, I think it's this one, all it is black and gold. But if you want it to look like that, we're going to fill this in with black. Get the Smart Fill tool, get the eyedropper, take a sample of that gold and put it there. Now you have a good clean vector graphic, and then just Control G to group it around, group it together, and then you can make it as big or as little as you want. Anyway, I hope that helped him a little bit. Thank you for watching.